So, the best way to do this, to be a successful psychic detective, is gather information about the missing person and the area. If you know the missing person is an Alzheimer's patient, he's probably not on plane to Vegas, he's probably somewhere nearby. Describe general features of the area. Safe bets include near water, a lake, stream, river, pond, empty Coke can, drainage ditch. Take your pick. Near stones, rock, sand, pebbles, something near rocks, a quarry, cement, concrete. Near wood, logs, branches, trees, fences, sticks, beaver dams, old doors, Numbers. Numbers are good. Always go for the numbers. Go for like a 5, say it's an odd number, 50-50. And if there's 2 people missing, you could say, well, I meant, like 3 of each. Throw that out there. Don't give any specific relevance. Just say there'll be a 5 in there somewhere. Mention colors. Colors are good. Blue jeans, green grass, leaves, trees. Numbers are always good. And also, it's always good to include areas where the police are already searching, because the police probably know more than you do. So they probably already know where to go, and police aren't perfect. There was the case of another high-profile case. It was Kaylee Anthony, the young girl in Florida. Again, another perfect example. High-profile missing persons case. Psychic detectives come out of the woodwork, give all sorts of information. Didn't find it. Didn't find the missing person. In fact, anybody can do this. This is not rocket science, folks. The next time you see a high-profile missing persons case, just make a note, and when and if the person is found, just look at it. How were they found? See if it mentions, found by psychic detective, or found by hunter, or found by a person walking their dog or their turtle or whatever it is they walk. And of course, and sort of, one of the important things is to sort of give a whole bunch of predictions. That way, if a couple of them come true, then you can point to the ones that came true and you can ignore the other ones. I'm going to wrap up with a very interesting case that I had, that I encountered about 6 months ago. I was being interviewed for a podcast by something called Skeptico. Has anybody heard of this? Skeptico. There we go, one in the back. And it's done by a guy named Alex Sarkis. Yeah, some Greek, something or other. Seems like a nice guy. So I'm being interviewed on his show 6 months ago regarding psychic mediums. And his question was, he wanted my input in terms of how to test psychic mediums, and I gave him some ideas about how to test psychic mediums. And for example, you need to really test it scientifically, you need to make sure that the psychic medium is producing information that the sitter doesn't know. So for example, if a person says, where is my grandmother's locket? And if the person doesn't know, then the information can't come. It can't be a cold reading or anything. It can't have come from the sitter. So I was just giving information like how to do that sort of thing. And Alex kept mentioning the amazing track record of psychic detectives. And I told him, as gently as I could, I said, well, Alex, with all due respect, I've actually spent many years investigating the claims of psychic detectives, and I don't know everything, but I've spent a fair amount of time, and probably much more than you have, frankly, actually personally investigating these claims, and I don't know of any particular claims that hold up. Oh, of course they're out there. And I'm waiting. Oh, okay, right? And well, they're out there. And then later on, I just sort of let it drop, whatever. But then what got my goat, as they say, was he then accused skeptics, not mentioning me by name, but it was implied, skeptics of purposely choosing the weakest cases. He believed that part of the reason that skeptics are successful in often debunking these cases is because skeptics choose the weak cases, the ones that are flimsy, we know won't hold up. I said, no, actually, you've got that exactly backwards. I mean, I've been a skeptical investigator for over 10 years now, and I can tell you that I want cases that submit me to them. I want the best evidence. I'm not interested in wasting my time with cases that don't, someone said something. No, I want give me the best case. That's what I want. So thus was born the Great Skeptic Psychic Detective Challenge. I said, all right, Alex, you're so convinced that that skeptics, choose the weak cases. Give me your best case. Give me your best case of psychic detectives, anytime, anywhere, any skeptic. Give me what you got. Give me your best, most airtight, rock-solid case that you say, this is it. This is hardcore evidence. The skeptics can't refute that. Well, he got back to me about 6 weeks later. I'd never heard of the case, but I did spend a good chunk of the last 6 months investigating it on and off. And in fact, I understand that anyway. We had a couple different interviews. Some of them degenerated into heated discussions. And I think the latest installment, I think, is going to be up on his website, I think, this week or next week. So this is all actually very fresh, and we actually just had the recent installment about 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to play a clip. So I'm going to play a clip for you of what he sent me as the best evidence